Hey everyone, welcome to Craving Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Now in this video, I'm going to share some just released new behind the scenes images taken from the set of Halloween Ends and from the movie itself, and yet another mini featurette that has been released for the upcoming film. Now it provides some new scenes and images for us to dive into and see if we can learn any more new insight into what we'll be seeing in just barely 3 weeks from now. Let's go! So we have some new behind the scene images that I've taken from the new featurette titled Reckoning, and I'm excited to share these with you now. So let's get into it. First, we see Laurie here hanging out on set in her familiar Final Girl shirt, looking pretty somber. Maybe she's, wrapping up here at the end and getting a little bit emotional, or as she likes to say, a little weepy. Entirely possible. Now, next up, we have this shot of her, and obviously what looks to be the third act. She's got that blue shirt on, which we've seen so much over the trailer and the fight with Michael, and at the end there, and I think with Corey too, probably. And you see she's got the two wounds on her face. So she's already been in battle here, for sure. Now, the next shot we see is her sitting here, again, looking pretty somber in tone. And then this shot, she's back here in the blue shirt again, looking down, I suspect, looking down at Michael, or again, I still think she kills Corey. So Michael or Corey here that we see her looking down at. Now this shot, we see her looking into a window. It's like someone's looking out of the house and she could be on the front porch. And she's looking into the window here with her brown coat on. And if you look closely, that's her blue collar from that blue button-up shirt that we're seeing her in most all the footage. It's underneath her coat. And now we see her here, which is a great shot. We see her here back again with the marks on her face, the 2 marks on her face here. She's got the knife in hand. And I brightened this up because the image in the actual featurette's a lot darker than this, and you can't see anything else but her. But as I brightened up the image, look on the bottom left. There is Michael Myers laying there. There's the white mask, the hair, and of course his jumpsuit. So there's Michael, or it could be Corey, the copycat, as well. It could be one of those. It's one of those two here that she's apparently killed, and she's got the knife up, looking at him, and he's laying down. So very excited to see exactly where this is at in the sequence of events, and if this will end up being Michael or if it will end up being Corey or the copycat. All right, this next shot is with Allison here, Allison and Laurie, and look at Laurie here. She has the 2 marks on her face still, but look how beat up and bloody she is. Her whole neck and chest is covered in blood. Her shirt here, significant amount of blood on her chest and stomach area. So man, she has been obviously brawling with what I believe will be Corey and Michael. I think it's going to be a double whammy that night wearing that blue shirt. And the interesting thing here is, though, they're outdoors. And again, here you see they're both looking down. They're not looking up. They're looking down, almost as if they're looking at a body, perhaps. And we see a street sign there, or like a parking sign next to Allison. And if you look at the bottom right, you see there's a side mirror of a vehicle, of a car. So it could be a parking lot, possibly. But this also leads us to speculate that it could be the finale, the real third act finale of the movie might take place outdoors at this location and not in Laurie's house, as the other trailers have kind of alluded us to believe. So that's something to keep an eye on as we continue. Now, the next image we see here is of Corey. Corey's sitting here on the stairwell, and you notice that on the wall there's not that wallpaper that we've seen so famously with walking down the stairs before. So it's just white. So I'm not sure which house this is. If this is Laurie's house or not, I don't think it is. Could be Corey's house. But I will tell you this, on this scene, when you watch the video, Corey actually says, it sounds like Corey's voice, tells Laurie that Michael is coming back for her, or Michael's coming after her. So that's an interesting statement that he made. So he's aware of Michael at that point, obviously. I think he's been aware of him for a lot longer than that. But I'm saying he's talking about Michael. That's what interested me the most and grabbed my attention. He's talking openly about Michael to Laurie, saying he's coming. He's coming after you. He's coming here. So check that out when you watch it. It's very interesting. Now, the next scene here I'm going to show you an image of is the rumored junkyard. And it looks like it is indeed true, guys, that there is going to be a junkyard scene. Here we go with a young, and that's the young kid. If you remember in the trailer, when there was a kid that ran up to the window and put his hand up and says, please help me, please help me. I'm 98% sure that's that kid. Looks just like him. All right, if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments. And it's possible, but I really firmly believe that's him. And here we are seeing him at the junkyard with the flashlight. No, not with the flashlight. That's a window. Never mind. Scratch that. But he may wish he had a flashlight. Who knows how this scene is going to go. But anyway, yeah, so here he is. At least we know now there is the junkyard scene we're going to get. We don't know what's going to happen there. We'll have to wait and see. But there's something going down at the junkyard. All right, next up, we've got Laurie again. And here again, we see her with those two marks on her face, blood on her neck and her chest. And it looks like she's holding someone there on her bottom right, our left. There's blonde hair, but that's not Allison's hair. Doesn't match the color. Or Lindsay's, or definitely not Hawkins. So I'm not sure whose hair that is that she's holding there, but it looks like she's embracing someone with blonde hair in this image there. All right, now the next few images are pretty darn cool. This one is a shot of Laurie stabbing Michael Myers in the kitchen. It looks to be the kitchen scene. And here she is stabbing him, both hands on the knife, going right in the chest of Michael, or the copycat. We don't know. We don't know if this is Michael or the imposter Michael Myers. But either way, whoever it is, whichever one it is, they are getting a knife in the chest with both hands from Laurie. And then here we have a shot of Laurie with her, again, brown jacket on. Look underneath the brown jacket right in the middle. There's the blue. So we know that blue shirt we've been seeing her in throughout these pictures is here. She just at some point takes her jacket off and is just in her shirt. But there she is with the pistol. She's got the pistol with her there, taking a look at it. She looks a little bit nervous, perhaps like it's go time, like she may actually have to use it, kind of look on her face. So anyway, there's no doubt about that. She's going to have many opportunities here unless it gets taken away from her. Okay, now let's get a couple of shots of Michael. Here's a shot here of Michael or the imposter. Again, take a look at that mask. That very well could be the imposter, Corey, or either Corey or just a different person that I've theorized before. Could be Nick Castle even. Who knows? They'll play in the copycat. But either way, this is a great shot here in the kitchen again, rising up from the table. And then we have this image of Michael here looking at Laurie. And I've brightened it up just a little bit so we could see a little clearer. And it's hard to say. I believe this is Michael, but again, we won't know until we actually see this thing unfold with the mask, and if there's two masks, where there's certain characteristics, right? All that stuff. So it makes it hard to say fake or copycat rather, and the real one. Some shots are definitely the real one. You can tell. Others, they're a little more questionable. It's a little more iffy. So this is one I think that is, I'm on the fence on this one. Could be Michael. It could be, yeah. But I think it may also not be. So stay tuned on that one. And then finally, guys, the last shot of the video. Here is Laurie saying goodbye to people. There's Allison next to her, Andy Manichak. And then there's, of course, Corey. And they're all clapping for her as she's starting to get emotional there. You see as she's pointing to different, cast and crew members. And I know in this scene, when you watch the video, I think David Gordon Green is the one that comes out and says, Jamie Lee Curtis, everyone, something like that. So then everyone's giving her rounds of applause. So everybody's clapping on set, all of the crew, everyone. And that's why she's looking so emotional here as she's pointing to everyone. All right, guys. Well, listen, I want to know what you think about these brand new behind the scene images and what they reveal about Halloween Ends. I want to hear your opinions, thoughts, ideas, and theories about what you expect to see in Halloween Ends. And did any of these pictures change your mind or perhaps give you new ideas about what you think we might see in the movie? I want to hear all of it. So start leaving your comments below right now so we can begin to engage in a discussion together. All right, guys, that's going to be all for this update, but I'll be back soon with more Halloween Ends and other horror movie content. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, this is Craving Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Thank you for watching.